Hi friends, it's me, host Eric. I'm down here in downtown LA, Vermont area. The street's called Vermont. And I'm in front of the Self-Realization Fellowship, Church of All Religions, Paramansa Yogan Ada is the founder of it. Next to that, we've got the Church of Scientology over there. And I had to take my dad down here because he's getting a pre-cataract surgery treatment where they have to dilate his eyes, and so... Okay, so the Church of Scientology video here was very, very windy, and there's a lot of audio background noise that makes it difficult to hear. So I'll just sort of go over what I said when I said this, which is, the sign says, are you curious as to why so many people are into Scientology? My point is, no, I'm not really curious as to why, because I get that it purports to provide a resolution to past trauma and stuff, but I am surprised that it's so successful, because it would seem to do not a particularly good job of actually providing people happiness or something. I'm not sure. What would it be an all cult-like and everything? So, if you want a really bad supervillain who like nobody could possibly find redeeming, what you do is you have them be engaged in a plot to blow up the children's hospital. It's like, that's really hard to defend, right? You basically forsake all moral high ground if you plot to blow up the children's hospital. I like finding original works like this at the Goodwill. Some chick painted this and put like blings around it. Vivian Legreen. And her painting's worth $6 at the Goodwill. Also, I'm fond of this one. It's a strange painting, or whatever it is. See what it says in the back. $14 for this beaut. Can I get a manager for an exchange? I mean, it's worth every penny. There's no disputing that, but I'm still not gonna get it. They put up for like properly displayed. It's like this lady's beautiful flower picture, you know. Obviously, this person is just a random person making a painting for fun, you know. But then the thing that makes it so odd is that even though it's not a good painting, it's amateurish and stuff, somehow the person forsook that part of themselves and their painting ended up at Goodwill. Although I said downtown LA, Vermont area, it's more properly called East Hollywood or Little Armenia, where I visited. So across the street from the Goodwill is Cheetah's, which offers live entertainment, full bar, and lap dances. So check that out when you're at the corner of Lyman Place and whatever street this is. Here, across from the Goodwill. This is an interesting building. Of course, it's also home to a homeless encampment. I'm not quite sure what kind of business this is. Maybe it's like a random shit business? I don't know. Or cool stuff business? I'm gonna go check it out. So this is a fun store. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in here. And I'm definitely gonna get a present for Rachel from in here, because they have a variety of different tarot decks. It's very colorful in here, as you can see. Well, this is neat. They have a little art gallery back here. With kind of dark pictures, I guess you'd say. Creepy pictures, like this shark about to eat this bunny guy. This wolf eating this other guy. Pretty cool, huh? These things are really cool too. Like the cataclysm is near. That's pretty fantastic. And there's this wall which seems to focus on, well, that's religious iconography. A lot of it is, but not all of it. That kind of anime iconography as well. There's Jesus playing cards and stuff. This reminds me of work done by an ex-debater's mom who I used to go visit her house occasionally. But it doesn't, for parties and stuff, you know. It doesn't appear to be her. What great aesthetics for this room, you know? It's like, that's how you display shit, you know? That's smart. See some of these a little bit more up close. These are all in cut paper. It's pretty cool. It's like a children's craft turned fine art, you know? I like this work. It's nice and colorful. This is impressive. It's got, you know, I don't know if you can really see yeah, you can see it in the film. It's got some three-dimensionality to it as a consequence. This is not cut paper. This appears to be colored pencils. Yeah, it's colored pencils. These are great. I'm very impressed. You know, it's so clean. Really good stuff. I was gonna leave this room, but not before taking a picture of the boobs. I'm really struck by this painting here. It's really fantastic. This is a funny mythology mashup idea here. So you look down the street, you can kind of see what COVID's done. That store I was just in with the cool arty stuff was open, and this barbershop down there is open, but Works of Art Hair Studio is not open. Umami Burger's not open. Crispy Rice isn't open. Citizens Go isn't open. This place isn't open. Why? Well, because, or no, it might be open actually. This place doesn't appear to be open though, right? It seems to be connected, so I don't know. This place is open. What is it? It's an art supply store, but wait at the door, limited capacity. This place, I mean, what the hell kind of store is this anyway? But it does appear to be open, but I don't see any lights on or anything. Oh good, you can still pay your taxes. So, that's fine, better goods for dope kids, but I'd be much more interested if it were better dope for good kids. And here we have a rare and exciting view of behind the scenes at the local car wash. What goes on back here? You probably always wondered. Well, just what you see there, that's what goes on. Off in the distance, you may be able to see the Hollywood sign and Griffith Observatory. Unfortunately, it's kind of blocked by that tree and the Bank of America, but hopefully you can see it kind of. We're pretty close to those things right now. Yet another of the myriad homeless encampments that decorate our beloved Los Angeles. What's the deal with these people and their insistence on mixing their rationalist and magical friends together? Christian Science is an oxymoron in the same sense that a warrantless justification is an oxymoron. Oh good, another homeless encampment blocking the sidewalk. So this Barnsdale Park here across the street is shut down. It probably has been for the duration of COVID, I would guess. You see people hanging out outside of Barnsdale Park, but it's closed. My heart's pounding a little bit because as I was filming over there at Barnsdale Park, there was some guy walking across the street, I guess. I didn't even notice until the camera started walking, and he came across the street and was like, "Why are you taking pictures of me?" and shit like that. I'm like, I'm not taking pictures of you. I was taking a picture of Barnsdale Park. Anyway, he was all tatted up on his face and looked like a super gangster guy. It was pretty tense. I would have been like more mouthy, but he looks pretty scary. Like definitely not afraid to use violence if I wanted to give him a lot of pushback. But of course, he didn't. I didn't really answer his question. He wanted to know if I was making videos about the tents and if I have a problem with that. I said, I'm making videos about a lot of things around here. And what you were watching me do is film Barnesdale Park. I was talking about how it's closed because of COVID. And he's like, yeah, well, I'd like to take a picture of that too. I said, I'm taking pictures of a lot of things around here. So I just want to know why you're taking pictures. I said, well, now you know. Well, why? Because I'm taking pictures of things. You know? Well, I didn't want to get into the, look, motherfucker, I'm going to take a picture of you right now and film you, which I easily enough normally would have, because sketchy situation, you know. Sometimes you gotta know what circumstances are, right? You can't always mouth off to everybody. So this is a pretty good angle on the Griffith Observatory up there. Popular LA tourist spot. This, I guess, is an Armenian school, and this is probably on this side an Armenian church. It is, actually. You can see here it says Armenian church, but it appears to be all locked up. You know, COVID and everything. Freedom of assembly, freedom of religion, whatever. COVID. Looks like there's a couple of available apartments here in this quaint old LA multi-bungalow facility, you might call it. So it's got 100 floors, or at least an imitation thereof. I've got good news, man. Matthew McConaughey is currently on the cover of Men's Journal explaining workouts, politics, and the meaning of living. Thank God. I thought it was all meaningless, but there's Matthew McConaughey telling me otherwise. So I took a longer walk than I expected, actually. I walked all the way down that way to the Goodwill, up, back this way, went to that little store, had that confrontation with that guy, ended up on the other side of Kaiser on the way back. So it turned out to be a nice little walk, and it's already 3:25. My dad said he'd be done by 4, which means he'll be done by 3:30, so by the time I get back. Boy, you don't see that very often. I saw so much anti-Trump stuff around here in general up to the election. I saw very little pro-Biden stuff. Oh, it's 3:30 and I'm back in the car after my nice walk. Gotta kill some time till my dad gets done with his eye thing. Talking with famous people.